expressed in this program by the host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the three in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
Am I here? Can you hear me? I just want to know.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, keep taking me in and out. I don't know if I started over 5 times. Excuse me, y'all. It was just crazy on my end. Let's try this again. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at InDaStreetzSportz or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live recordings, please follow us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the InDaStreetzSportz channel. Like, subscribe, share. You'll find Game Changer Sports Talk with DeeTrynt. Like, subscribe, share as well. Also, go to the website, InDaStreetzSportz.com. You get your latest articles, updates on what's going on around the city, state, and probably your favorite sports as well. All right? I am DeeTrynt, and today's focus is the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of how the Cavs are done up to this point. We're about 47 games, almost 50 games into the season. We're about a week, 10 days away, about 12 days away from All-Star break. So we'll get into that over the team, things that we like about the team, things that we don't like about the team. Trade deadline. Is there a move to be made? Should there be a move being made? JB Biggerstaff, how he's done so far this year. But before we get into that, let's get into the games on tap for the night. The Cavaliers at 31-16 are hosting the 29-19 Sacramento Kings in Cleveland, Ohio. Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Cavs are favored by 3.5 points. We have the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, who will be traveling to Charlotte to take on the Charlotte Hornets. The Lakers come in with a 26-25 record. The Hornets are 10-38. This game also tips off at 7 o'clock. The Lakers are favored by 12.5 points. The Dallas Mavericks travel all the way to PA, Philadelphia specifically, to take on the 76ers. The Mavericks come in at a 26-23 record, while the Philadelphia 76ers have a 30-18 record. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. as well. Dallas is a 3.5-point favorite. The Los Angeles Clippers, they will travel to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. The Clippers come in with a 33-15 record, while the Hawks have a 22-27 record. That game tips off at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and the Clippers are favored by 3.5 points. The Golden State Warriors, they will also be traveling east to New York City to take on the Brooklyn Nets. The Warriors come in with a 21-25 record. The Nets have a 20-28 record. Tip-off for this game is 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Golden State is favored by 1.5 points. The Toronto Raptors will leave the comfy confines of Canada and head down south to the Boo, where the Toronto Raptors will take on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Raptors come in with a 17-32 record. The Pelicans have a 28-21 record. Tip-off for this game is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If I'm mistaken, all right. It might be Eastern Standard Time because I'm on the East, and it might be 7 o'clock Central Time. It's one or the other, all right? But it is very interesting to see what's going on tonight. Now, let's get into the standings before we get into these Cavs, right? All right. Standings. You got the East Coast and you got the West Coast, all right? It's really not like that, you know what I'm saying? But it really is, though. Come on, phone. Don't you hate when everything want to start acting up at the wrong times, though? Like, I've been pretty much pleased with the Cavs so far, though, right? I think through all the injuries and things like that, the Cavs have done really well. I think JB Biggerstaff has held on pretty tight for what he's had to endure so far in the season. I don't do well with frustration, y'all. I don't do well with frustration, and this right now is just blowing me to no end. This is just blowing me to no end, right? OMG, I miss y'all. I very much miss being up here talking sports with y'all, having fun with y'all, being able to go over things with y'all. If it wasn't so many different things, just getting in the way so many times, so often. We do this way more regularly. But unfortunately, things just do not like to go any type of way that I need them to go. Thank you. All right. Now, let's get into the standings for the NBA. As we take it right now in the Eastern Conference, Boston leads the conference with a 38-12 record. They have a winning percentage of .76, which means they win about 70%, 76% of their games so far. They are the leaders, so they are not a game back behind anybody. They have a home record of 23-3 and a away record of 15-9. They are 11-1 in the division, and they are 25-6 in the conference. They have an average point. They average about 120 points a game. They allow about 110 points a game. Their point differential is 9.6. It's very good for a number one seed. The number 2 seed, the Milwaukee Bucks, who come in with a record of 33-17, a winning percentage of 6.660. So they win about 66% of their games so far. They are half a game back, which makes no sense to me, but they're half a game back from Boston.
Radio check.
No, okay, they're not. They're 5 games back. I was about to say, this doesn't make any sense. They're 5 games back behind Boston for the number 1 seed. They are 21-5 at home. They're 21-5 at home, 12-12, even 500 away. Ay. 9-7 in their division, 24-12 in the conference. The Milwaukee Bucks average about 124 points a game, but they give up about 120 points a game. They have a point differential of 3.8. The Cleveland Cavaliers are third in the Eastern Conference with a 31-16 record. They have a .660 win percentage, 66% of their games. They are 5.5 games back behind Boston for the 1 seed and a half game behind Milwaukee for the 2 seed. They are 17-8 at home, 14-8 on the road. They have a division record of 7-4 and a conference record of 20-10. The Cavs average about 114 points a game, and they allow about 110 points a game. They have a point differential of 4.6. Number 5 is the New York Knicks, who come in at 32-18 win percentage of 6.64, so they win about 64% of their games. They are 6 games behind Boston for the number 1 seed, a half a game behind the Cavs for the 3rd seed, and 1 full game behind Milwaukee for the 2nd seed. They are 18-6 at home, 14-12 away, 6-3 in the division, and 22-10 in the conference. 115 points that they average a game and 109 they allow. They have a current point differential of 5.7. The Philadelphia 76ers are the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. They come in with a record of 30-18, a winning percentage of .625, so they win about 62.5% of their games. They are 7 games away from the number 1 seeded Boston, a full game behind New York for the 4th seed, a game and a half behind the Cavs for the 3rd, and 2 full games behind Milwaukee for the 2nd. They come in with a 17-7 record at home, a 13-11 record away, a 5-4 division record, and 19-12 in the conference. This team averages 119 points a game, 119 points a game, but they give up about 113 a game. They have a point differential of 5.8. The Indiana Pacers round out the top 6 in the Eastern Conference. They have a record of 28-13, win percentage of 54.9, which is about almost 55% of their games. They are 10.5 games behind the Boston Celtics for the 1 seed, 3.5 games behind Philly for the 5 seed, 4.5 games behind New York for the 4th seed, 5 full games behind Cleveland for the 3rd seed, and 5.5 games behind Milwaukee for the 2nd seed. They come in with a 16-10 record at home, 12-13 on the road, 9-2 in the division, 22-13 in the conference. They average about 124 points a game, but they're giving up about 122 points a game. They have a point differential of 1.8. And to round off the final top 10, 7 through 10, but the final top 10 in the Eastern Conference, you have the Orlando Magic with a 27-23 record, Miami with a 26-24 record, Chicago with a 23-27 record, and Atlanta with a 22-27 record. Brooklyn is the 11th place team, and they have a 20-28 record. Let's do the Western Conference. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the number 1 team in the West. They come in with a record of 35-15, a winning percentage of .700, which means they win about 70% of their games this year. They are tied for the number 1 seed with the team I'll speak of next. OKC has a 20-6 record at home, 15-9 away, 10-3 for the division, 21-11 for the conference. They average about 121 points a game, but they give up about 113 a game. They have a point differential of 8. The Minnesota Timberwolves come in with also the record of 35-15, winning percentage of .700. They have a home record of 19-5 and a away record of 16-10. The division record of 6-2 and 24-8 in the conference. Minnesota averages about 113 a game, but they give up about 106.5 of the game. And their point differential is 6.2. The LA Clippers come in 33-15, 68.8 winning percentage. They got about 19-4 at home, 14-11 on the road, 7-3 in the division, 21-11 in the conference. They average about 118 points a game. They allow about 111, but it gives you a point differential of around 6.5. The Denver Nuggets also have a record of 35-16. They have a home record of 21-4, a division record of 3-5. Now, Conference record of 19-11. They average about 114, 115 points a game. They allow 110 points a game. Point differential of 4.2. Sacramento Kings, 29-19. Winning percentage of 60.5%. 14-8 away, 15-11 in the 14-8 at home, 15-11 away. 6-5 in the division, 18-13 in the conference. They average about 118 points a game, but they give up 117 points a game. And they have a point differential of 1. And then you have the Phoenix Suns, who come in at 29-21, winning percentage of 58% of their games. 14-11 at home, 15-10 away, 5-7 in the division, 17-14 in the conference. And then to round out the 7 through 10 in the West Coast, it is the New Orleans Pelicans with 28-21 record, the Dallas Mavericks with a 26-23 record, the LA Lakers with a 26-25 record, and the Utah Jazz with a 25-26 record. With all that being said, let's set the stage, all right? The Cavs are having a phenomenal year. We're talking about a team that basically got ran out the gym last year in the playoffs. People are questioning their heart, whether they're able to lead or stand up to the bullies of basketball when it comes to playoff time. This year, outside of building off last year, they've done with the injury bug quite crazy. Evan Mobley spent quite some time out with a knee injury. Garland has spent significant time out with a broken jaw. LeVert has been in and out of the lineup a little bit with a few minor injuries. Okoro missed a couple of games. Strus missed a few games. We've had guys had to step up, like a Strus, who's been a wonderful addition from free agency. We've had guys come in, Craig Porter Jr., undrafted free agent rookie, who's came in and contributed nicely. We had to let go of Ricky Rubio. Dean Wade has found a role on the team. Sam Merrill has been everything we wanted Dylan Windler to be. Okay? We needed a sniper from 3. We didn't have to just rely on Darius Garland.
Look like my boy DeeTrynt is having technical difficulties out there at that airport. Give him a second, see if he come back. If not, we'll end it and appreciate you.
Hello, are we back? Can you hear me now? My apologies, y'all. I don't even know, okay? But hey, we're going to push through. As I was saying before, with the multitude of things that could have had this season going wrong, right? We've been able to find some gems. Craig Porter Jr., undrafted free agent, undrafted rookie free agent. We brought him in. He was an instrumental part of helping our G League team, the Cat in Charge, win the Summer League tournament. I guess it wasn't a charge yet, but it was the Cavs Summer League. The Cavs won the Summer League championship, And a big part of that was Craig Porter Jr. and Sam Merrill and Isaiah Mobley with Imani Bates. Okay? These guys have contributed this year when they could. We missed Mobley for a significant amount of time with a knee injury. Garland has been out with a jaw injury. A few other guys have went out here and there spotting. But for the most part, JB has kept it together. 31-16 throughout all the BS. Gotta commend my man for that, okay? But in watching how he's been moving it, all right? And when I say JB has done a better job this year, right? Let's give JB credit, okay? Last year, we will argue that JB's ability to play matchup and strategize, counter was a little off. But I'll say this year he's done a lot better. A whole lot better. We're moving guys in and out, having specific guys for specific guys. Just learning how to utilize the roster. Gotta give JB credit for that. Okay. Isaac Okoro and Dean Wade have progressed. Isaac especially. Isaac looks so good. Okay. Dean Wade is finding his own now. Man. Hold on. All right. You gotta excuse me. I am on the clock. All right. So, gotta account for certain things going on. As I say, Isaac Okoro has improved so much this year. His shot decision making, his ability to pass the ball, his ability to pass off the dribble, play in transition. So many people who talk about trading. They better not make him go nowhere. Okay. What I really want to talk about when it comes to these Cavs, something that's really been on my mind, right, is why they're playing so good. Okay. The one thing that I like about this Cavs roster is the versatility. The ability to be able to play against any lineup the league throws at them. The issue I have, though, there's only one basketball. So I was saying it like this, right? Before Mobley and Garland came back from injury, I said JB's got a good thing going right now, and he should bring those two off the bench. Okay? People gonna be in the uproar. Okay? But right now, Mitchell know what it takes to win. Strus know what it takes to win. And Jared Allen, for the most part, right? Dean Wade and Okoro, they know, right? Allowing Mitchell to play the 1 and Allen to play the 5 and the other 3 in the middle do what they need to do to help. Ooh. Allen and Spider be the best version of them every night. That's good energy. But now with that being said, after Spider and Allen do they kill, they come in and do their thing, you can sit them both down. You can insert Mobley and Allen with LeVert. You can either sit Strus and still let Wade and Okoro run, or you can sit Wade bring in Niang, let him run. Like, and you let, Garland and Mobley and LeVert take all the shots, right? I mean, ideally, everybody wants Garland to be more aggressive on the offensive end. They want Mobley to be more aggressive on the offensive end. But it's hard for those two to be always aggressive when they know they got older guys that they kick, that they take to, that's going to do it. Spider is older than Garland. So Garland's going to naturally defer to him just on the strength. If you want to alleviate that, though, then you bring Garland and Mobley off the bench. And that way, when they know they come in, they got the green light automatically. Then you got LeVert there with them. You can do something crazy like that. That's what I was thinking. Now, some people be like, oh, well, you're paying Garland so much money. Woody, why? Garland is like every bit of like 23 years old. He'll be okay. Whether he come off the bench to get his 30, 35 minutes or he starts, he's still going to get paid. It does not matter. Mobley is in a contract year per se, but he going to get re-signed anyway. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get re-signed. Because Mobley's just like that. We love Mobley here. But these Cavs, sitting third in the conference right now, I really think they have a chance to try to contend for the number 2 spot, maybe even the number 1 spot. Shout out to Spider Mitchell making it to the All-Star game. Allen, we hope you get there too. But Okoro, I like him. And I think the Cavs are very well set up for the future personnel player-wise. If they stick to their guns and don't do nothing, they'll be fine. I will say, though, Imani Bates, I absolutely enjoy. All right? I do think it is a right move for them to allow Imani Bates and Isaiah Mobley to be the vocal, focused, scoring punches on that charge team and allow them to polish their offensive games. Because whatever happens with Allen or Spider, you're going to need those two. And in my opinion, if your future looks like Garland, Okoro, Imani Bates with the Mobley brothers on the paint, I'm okay with that.
I definitely want both of them to get more PT with the squad.
Yeah, we get on into the playoff time, and I feel like
I want them to get more PT right now with the squad. Let them gel with them. You know what I'm saying? For they don't get in there being all, all fidgy and shit. Let them get their chemistry down. For they don't be coming in there like a deer in the headlights, especially Mobley. Let Big Mobley get in there, man. He ready. He was ready last year. He need to get more PT.
He do
with the big boys.
Yeah, because if they don't do that, then they have to seriously consider getting another big man for the trade deadline. I just feel like
who would that be? And question.
Who would that be?
Cavs Knicks. Would it be the same old that happened last year? How you see we matching up with them Knicks come playoff time?
Right now. So this is my thing, right? And this goes back to what I was just saying. If we're playing the Knicks and we're starting with Mitchell, Okoro, Strus, Wade, and Allen, I like our chances, right? If we gonna hit them off the bench with Garland, Mobley, and LeVert, it'll go nothing like it went last time. And they'll go everything like the opposite. Like we might actually sweep them, because you allow them to play their game. Like my thing with the Cavs right now is when all four of them play together, two of them don't know how to find their game. If Garland come off hot, Mobley don't know. I mean, Spider don't. He ain't figured it out yet. You know what I mean? So, but I have a lot of faith in what the Cavs are doing. I have a lot of. I'm actually really proud of what the Cavs are doing. They have played lights out. They gave every opponent their 110%. I feel like the development of young players is going in the right direction. So hats off to the Cavs, Kobe Altman, the Altman group, JV Biggerstaff and his staff. Like they've done a phenomenal job with these Cavs. We gonna get through the All-Star break, right? All right. And people asking, all right, because we can touch on this a little bit before I get up out of here while I still a little time. DeeTrynt, Game Changing Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at InDaStreetzSportz or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, please catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, various other streaming platforms. Just look for DeeTrynt or InDaStreetzSportz. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure you tell your friends about us. Check out the website, InDaStreetzSportz.com. Catch the latest articles. Keep you up to date on what's going on in our world. All right. Yeah, I'm really happy. And I really believe that the Cavs can do a lot of damage. We've had some crazy times this year. Okay, Embiid goes for 70. Luka next week goes for 73. All right. James Harden got the Clippers looking real good. Colin Sexton has the Jazz looking real good. Okay. There are a lot of different things going on in the NBA right now. There's a lot of things to be proud and excited for. But when I spend a block on y'all, we'll get more in depth about all these things. I appreciate everybody who tuned in or who will tune in. Please give us your feedback. Let us know how you feel about what we discussed. DeeTrynt, Game Changing Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. Y'all be easy, stay dangerous. One.